Hello everyone, Von Marie for Pajama Crafter Stamps today. So we're going to make a encouragement card today, and I thought this cheer you up stamp set was so cute. And of course I'm going to stencil because you know I love to stencil. So I love this stencil called In My Heart of Hearts stencil. And I have some white heavyweight cardstock here and some red ink, and I'm just going to use a small brush and try and stencil ink blend a bunch of hearts because I think hearts are nice for any time, and it's an encouragement card, and I thought it would show a lot of love with a lot of hearts on here. So whoever I send it to, I hope they see all or feel all the love that I'm sending when I send this card. So I love the images and the sentiments on this stamp set. It's really, really nice. You have like congrats on there. Yay, you, congrats. So some fun ones on there. And I love stamps with sentiments. Like I'm always looking for the perfect sentiment. So I love that this stamp set has tons of sentiments on it. So you also get two pieces in this stencil set, and I wanted to use both. So I'm not using any white space, obviously, just lots of ink. And I love to get inky on my cards. So this is probably the most fun that I get to do is ink. I love playing with ink. So next so it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty. And so I'm going to grab the stamp set out, and I'm going to rub my fingers on some of these images because I haven't used them before, and I wanted to get a good impression when I stamp it with my black ink. And I grabbed one cheerleader out. There's a lot of them on here, and I thought it would be good to use two. I think my card will look good with two cheerleaders, one on each side here. We have a banner, and then we'll have a sentiment, so pretty easy. And these cheerleaders are kind of small, so it's not much coloring, which I like. And so I'm just stamping them with Memento Tuxedo ink and using a few Copic markers. And I do, if I remember, do put my Copic markers on the side. Sometimes I put them on the screen, but I always try and put them in the details below for you as well. And it's just simple Copic coloring, nothing too hard. So I just like to have fun coloring and enjoy it. And sometimes I put on a movie or like a show, or I watch YouTube while I am coloring. So I like to multitask that way, and I just enjoy coloring. And when I color, most of the time I color standing up, it seems. So yeah, I don't really sit down when I color. Maybe I should try that once in a while. And I'm coloring with like reds, or they kind of are like pinkish red color and yellow. And I thought it would match to my background, like a good red color there, and then some pinks and like kind of like a Valentine card, but it could be a Valentine card, but it's a cheer you up card, but you know, a love card, a nice love card. And so those are the colors I picked. I thought it would be fun for their pom-poms to have two colors in the pom-pom, and just coloring up their shoes. And I think I had to restamp one of the cheerleaders because I messed up somehow. And so I think one of the shoes, set of shoes on one of the cheerleaders will be different. From what I remember, I did stamp these cheerleaders around Christmas time, I think. So my memory is a little vague. So I have 3 cheerleaders on there, so that I wonder if that's why. So anyways, coloring in her skin, and then we're almost done. And I'm going to be fussy cutting these cheerleaders, and they weren't hard at all to cut out. I can use my brother's scan and cut, but I thought it was pretty easy just to cut everything out. And so I think they're going to look so cute, and I put them on my card there so I can kind of see where I want my sentiment. And I'm going to say, hoping to cheer you up, which is so fun with the cheerleaders. I love punny sentiments like that. And I'm going to see which way and how straight I can get my sentiment, and I might even use a clear acetate to help me stamp. And rubbing my fingers on there. So here's my acetate. I kind of wanted to see what it would look like before I even stamped it on my panel. And you can just grab any packaging or anything that will work if you don't have an acetate sheet like this one. And it just helps from remaking your card, or I didn't want to ink it up again. So I think that's a good idea. And I should always think of that, but I don't. And so I will stamp that sentiment in the center there, and I'm just using some Memento ink again. And then this card will be ready to put together. And so really, really fun. So I'm going to add some foam tape in the back of my cheerleaders. Just a little bit of foam tape is all I need. And I'm also going to pop up the banner as well. But you could easily do any colors. I know there's a football set on the website of Pajama Crafter Stamps, so you can do like a cool football card. I love football, so I think it's fun with the cheerleaders and the football, and just make a fun football card. And my whole family is football. We all have different football teams we root for, so I think it's fun. And you can customize the banner and the cheerleaders, and yeah, I'll have to do that one day. And although football season's almost over, but we'll see who goes to Super Bowl. So just taking the backing off my foam tape here, and foam tape always gives me a little bit of trouble, and I should grab my tool, and yay. Okay, and then I will just place my cheerleaders, and you can easily add some other embellishments too, like sequins, but I didn't feel like I needed to add any other embellishments on this card. I really, really like how it came out. I think it's fun with the background stencil, and I think it's a fun cheer you up card. So I hope whoever I send it to, like I said, feels all the love I put into this card, because that's what I do. I put love into my cards. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I will share a close-up in just a second. And thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day. I think I'm just going to draw some lines on the bottom here, but you can't really tell too well on my card, so it kind of blended in. But here is a close-up, and I'll be back soon with another card tutorial.